God has spoken to us today. I am your source, not man. There are certain people who believe that you will not be able to succeed without them. It is their belief that they are essential to your continued existence. They are of the opinion that you will not be successful unless you achieve their approval. I am going to expose to them the treasures that I have been keeping for you in my storage facility. I am the one who is in command of the economy of the world, and I will provide for you in accordance with the joy that I feel. As I work in your life to make you more successful and more successful, no one will be able to declare that he is the one who made you wealthy or that you are dependent on him in order to succeed in this world. You are in my employ, says the Father, and I will provide for you in accordance with my favor and according to the good pleasure my heart desires. It is not true that I am a miser who is counting my pennies and making plans to determine how much poverty you can endure while still referring to me as Lord. I was impoverished so that you may be wealthy, and you should know this, my darling. I was deprived of everything and had everything that was rightly mine taken away from me so that you may live in houses that you did not construct and enjoy vineyards that you did not plant. I endured the scarcity of everything. I have an irrational affection for you. The fact that I have spoiled you with my goodwill will be the most common issue that the bystanders will complain about. Don't be afraid when the evildoers become angry. You should not take their comments seriously when they bring to your attention how much you require them. You just require one thing, and only one thing, and that is to sit at my feet and find your protection and preservation in the hidden place of the Most High. God has instructed us to make ready for a visitation today. In order to provide support to you, I am going to bring some unlikely allies to your aid, says the Father. I made a promise to you that I would leave you the wealth of the pagan people as your inheritance. I vowed that monarchs would bring your children down to their knees and dangle them there. I am granting you favor with those individuals with whom you are in need of finding favor, and they will be there for you when others choose not to be there for you anymore. If these allies come to your rescue, do not disregard them or reject them on the grounds that they do not belong in polite Christian company. I am bringing them to you via the power of my Spirit. You will be the medium through which I introduce them to who I am. According to the Father, the kingdoms of the world are eventually going to be transformed into the kingdoms of God and Christ. Those who are responsible for populating those countries and overseeing those kingdoms are going to enter into a new relationship with you. A favor is being bestowed upon you by me. You are going to hear somebody say, "I don't know why I'm doing this, but I just want to help you." They will be blessed because they made the decision to be a blessing to you. They have made the decision to bless you, which means that they will be made aware of who I am. Today, God encourages us to have courage and engage the battle, for the victory has already been won. Despite the fact that there is a conflict that lies ahead, the Father assures you that this conflict is not an attack on you personally. In order to protect others who are not deserving of the effort, you will take the initiative to lead this war. Due to their disobedience and lack of discernment, they have put themselves in a position where they could be in danger. Given that they have found themselves in this predicament, they are pondering what course of action they will take next. I have made it clear that I intend to dispatch deliverers from Zion. You are about to enter the scenario with your sword drawn, and the angelic hosts are standing by to provide assistance to you immediately. You are not to adopt a "I told you so" attitude in any circumstance. The time will come when instruction and correction will be necessary. Nevertheless, for the time being, speak my message of deliverance and demonstrate the ferocity of my love that without conditions. Please do not pay attention to their objections regarding what they consider to be the issue. Not only are you not on their side, but you are also on the side of the Lord. Regarding this circumstance, you are the captain of the host of the Lord. The question, "Why did you get involved in this?" will be a complaint from your pals that it is your responsibility to inform them. If my father was involved in sending his son to solve my problem, then what right do I have to withhold my time and resources from these people who do not deserve them? The Father tells you that you are on a certain mission. If you make the decision to accept it, you will be an ambassador of my love, and you will be given a promotion inside my kingdom. You made a request for promotion, and you have been assured that you will receive it. During times of conflict, promotion is earned through performing exploits, and this particular exploit is one that you are well equipped to perform. The Lord urges, "Go out into the world and take possession of your possessions." I want you to learn something while you go about your day, says the Father. I want you to recognize something. I have provided you with every single place where you have placed your foot. On the face of the earth, you are a principality. I am going to carry out and move in accordance with your word in the lives of individuals who are close to you and in the locations that you visit. How do you intend to handle the responsibilities that you have taken on? A prayer stroll will take up the entirety of your day. Talk about what you want to happen as you go, and I will take action. In each and every family and place of business, I shall explain to you what it is that I am doing presently. When I show you saying, "Yes, Father, your will be done," I want you to verbalize back to me in prayer what I see you saying. Dearly beloved, I have positioned you in your life in the same way that I positioned Adam in the garden. To care for and maintain your surroundings is your responsibility. This is something that you are to subjugate and take control of. I am pleased to bestow this honor upon you. This obligation falls on your shoulders. The angels are standing by, ready to transport your prayer requests to the throne, where they will be approved for manifestation in your life as well as in the lives of other people. Have the courage to listen for my voice, and pray with a bold and ambitious spirit. As I activate my authority in your life, the Father declares that everything starts to change at this very moment. God has spoken to you today, saying, "During this time, I want you to be an altar builder." It is a new day, and you are about to experience change. I am urging you to reconsider the decisions you have made and to listen to my voice in a way that you have never done before. To consecrate the altar of your worship, I have made available to you the oil that is the manifestation of my Spirit. I have taken you apart with me and introduced myself to you now that I have done so. From the heart of the burning bush, I am communicating with you through the voice of my commissioning. It is no longer necessary to tend to those few sheep that are found in the woods. There has come a time when it is necessary to confront the pharaohs of the earth. At this moment, the kingdoms of this world have transformed into the kingdoms of your God and of His Christ. That Christ is an integral part of you, the Father affirms. Because all of the suffering that was on the cross has been finished, He is not present in you to suffer. In order to be recognized, to be made known on earth, He is present within you. In order to avoid being conquered by the army of the Lord's host, the message that is being sent to the kingdoms of the earth is to submit. Now is the time to put on the armor of war that I have supplied for you, and you may rest assured that victory is guaranteed. I want you to listen to my voice and obey it right now, because this is what you have been waiting for and what you have asked for. The adversary will be vanquished, and the prey will be delivered both from the mouth of the lion and from the paw of the bear before your very eyes. In today's message, God declares, "I have decided to keep you to myself. I have warned you that separation is on the horizon," says the Father. Whether or not you are aware of it, this separation serves a purpose that you have actually requested for the purpose of experiencing. Until Lot left, Abram was unable to fully appreciate the magnitude of what I had provided for him. It was not until Jonathan was no longer by his side that David was able to properly inherit the kingdom. Paul did not become the architect of what the church eventually became until after Barnabas had taken John Mark and left. After Judas betrayed Jesus, the schedule for Jesus' ascension to the throne was not officially determined until that point. For as long as you are surrounded by the relational distractions of unproductive connections, your genius, which is the capacity that I have placed inside you, will not flourish and come to completion. There are times when people must be alone, and there are times when they can be with others. During these times, I am putting more of myself into you than I ever have before. Due to the fact that I am a jealous God, I am envious of any influence in your life that causes you to divert your attention away from me. When friendships and camaraderie come to an end, it is important to discover how to remain gracious and compassionate. It is not under anyone's control. It is only the voice of the bridegroom saying gently in your ear, "Come away with me, my beloved." The intimacies of the bride and the bridegroom are not for the eyes of others, and the intimacy I am bringing to you and me is not for public consumption or table talk. It is about time for the bride to meet her future husband, who is you. Set your heart in motion. Decorate yourself with the garment of worship and adoration that is worn during weddings. You will be known to me in a manner that is both new and more profound. You are about to experience a level of familiarity with me that you never imagined was possible. As the Father puts it, I simply cannot wait. Today, the Father instructs us to look and to live. Try to divert your attention away from the challenges and issues that appear to be looming large over the horizon of your future. Dear Father, I want you to open your eyes so that you can see what I have given you. As long as you continue to focus on the things that the adversary is trying to divert you from, your future will never become clear. Are you unable to comprehend the fact that the adversary is a liar? It's all smoke and mirrors when it comes to his strategies. We can compare him to a young child who is trying to get attention by hitting a pot with a spoon. What he is doing in your life so that it can register on your face is something he wants to see. In order to read his anguish, he needs to see it in your countenance. Are you looking to make him extremely angry? Say to yourself, "Bah, haha," when you look in the mirror. Discover how to laugh with the laughter of faith. The medicine that cures, brings joy, and brings calm is laughter. Laughter is the medicine. Those who are seated in the heavens will laugh at the disaster that the adversary is threatening, as well as at the methods that hell has devised against you. As he endures the threats, torments, and hardships, he will laugh at them. When you laugh through the laughter of faith, it sends a chill down the spine of the adversary. Nothing can pull you away from the promises that I have made. You will not be deprived of your destiny by anything. There is nothing that can take you away from me. It will be necessary for you to have faith in me. This is going to make you laugh out loud. Things is going to be necessary for you to give me the opportunity to handle things from here on out. Today, Jesus emphasizes that it is time to depart from the disagreement and the fighting that has been going on. The Father replies that there is nothing that you may walk away from that I will not be able to restore. You should let go of the assumption that you would emerge victorious or triumph in the dispute. If you are able to gain the upper hand by conflict and argument, you will only be able to taint your soul and rob yourself of your tranquility. A storm is on the horizon, and it is possible to avoid it if you make the decision to avoid getting drawn into the conflict and strife that it will bring about. The Father says, "Do not be afraid." In what ways might a man harm you? What is it that a man can take away from you that I cannot make up for 10 times over? Give them what they are willing to give up in order to achieve, and let them accomplish it. You are clinging to me. Be low, and worship while you are low. The secret weapon of the kingdom is considered to be humility. By keeping your head down, you will be able to avoid being attacked by the adversary and the intentions of the evil one, which will be unable to attach themselves to you. The location where you will discover my blessing and my protection is in the place where is humility. The scourge of contention and argument will be hidden from you and me, and you will be hidden in me in the region of humility. According to the Father, I am bringing you back to a location where you can start over. This is what the Father says today. The area will provide a sense of familiarity. A notable deviation from the norm is that you will no longer be the same person you were in the past. You have been made aware of the fact that I am a God who provides. It has been brought to your attention that I am a God who preserves. You are no longer going to be deceived by my protection since you have already experienced it. You are only known to your friends and acquaintances as the person you were in the past. It is likely that you have not recognized the changes that I have brought about in your inner man. As you move through a growth pattern with me, certain relationships will be enhanced while others will be weakened. This is because certain relationships will be discarded. Due to the fact that change is an unavoidable consequence of growth, you should not waste time lamenting over this aspect. The Father advises that you should hold everything loosely. The more you let go of your control and allow me to restructure your social environment, the more time and energy you will have to devote to the activities that I have commissioned for you to accomplish in the name of the kingdom. There is going to be a new connection in the near future. This will be a new friendship that is not based on compatibility or commonalities, but rather on my presence and a partnership of service in my kingdom. It will be not based on commonalities or compatibilities. The two of you will be regarded as an unusual couple, and you will be a source of wonder and a sign. This connection should be enjoyed and embraced with a sense of abandon and pleasure. This friendship will be the defining characteristic of a new movement in your life, one that will take you from where you have been to where I am heading you. Today, the Father instructs us to put our roots and our foundations in my love. When you let my love to take precedence in your heart, you will realize the calming influence that my character has on you. Love is not just something that I do, love is who I am. Your heart will be put to the test, as well as the hearts of other people, according to the Father, who says that a shaking is on its way. My love is a safe haven for you. My love is that which will envelop, guard, and shelter you whenever you are in need. When there is a lot of pressure, the game of place blame starts. There are going to be people who will point the finger at you and demand that you make decisions that will make them feel better and that will also meet their agenda. Leave them alone. Be conscious of the fact that they do not have control over the subsequent events that will take place in your life. During this time, you should focus on establishing a strong connection with me as much as possible. Which of the things that man can do to you or take away from you is of any value? It is true that massive amounts of pressure are being exerted on the planet, beginning with the political scene and reaching all the way down to your front door. As the Father instructs, do not be moved. The unconditional love that can only be found in my heart is the place where you should take refuge. Rest in me until the storm has passed, and find peace in me. It is always possible to find a solution to the problem. The fact that confrontation and strife do not originate from my strength means that they will eventually exhaust themselves. Just keep your mouth shut and have faith that I have everything under control even while you are silent. It is not necessary to defend oneself or engage in a verbal battle with the other person. The Father declares, I am your defender, and I will cover and protect you even though it is the present day. There is a great deal more power in your prayers than you are now aware of, God says today. The adversary wants you to believe that you are a failure, but the truth is that you are neither. You are a witness to the truth of my name. You made my truth and my faithfulness manifest in the world. According to what you said, I am a good person. As a result of your declaration of my loyalty in the land of the living, I have rewarded you with the phrase, "Well done, good and faithful servant." I have not called you to be successful, rather, I have called you to be obedient. It is not that you will not achieve success in the future, rather, it is that the outcome is not in your control, therefore you should give yourself a break. Stop exerting yourself so much and begin to find rest in me. Once in a while, you find yourself thinking that another person might have done a better job. Whatever the case may be, you are the vessel that I have chosen, and I will continue to make use of you. It is not my intention to choose those who are capable or qualified, since they would be quick to heap praise on themselves. I chose you because you were accessible and would give me all the glory and recognition. I phoned you and chose you because you were available. The time has come for you. You have arrived at the time of your faith-filled reward. The Father says, I will recompense you, and I will cause you to see the harvest that will come from even the hardness of heart that you encountered today. I will do for you what I have promised. This day, the Father instructs us to leave the particulars to me. Be conscious of the fact that I am responsible for the events that occur in your life. Rule in me at all times, always from a place of self-assurance and relaxation. This day was predetermined, and the outcome of the situation was arranged in such a way that it would be favorable to you before the earth was even created. Everything in your perspective that suggests anything other than the fulfillment of your greatest dream or the fulfillment of your deepest heart's desire is an unquestionable falsehood. If I were to bless you, I would not do so. In the name of Christ, I have bestowed upon you every spiritual blessing that exists in the heavenly places. Defeat is not a viable alternative. I don't want my prayers to go unanswered. When you disobey my promise, I will never chasten you or chasten you in any way. Those who assert differently are making a mockery of the sacrifices that were made and the blood that was lost. There will be no more giving in to stress, worry, or grief. Before you ever ask for something, you should make it your stance that the things you want and need are already yours. Say it to yourself in your heart, I believe I receive. Get rid of any influence, no matter how close it is to you, that simply serves to perpetuate your lack of faith and your sense of knowing limitation. Always keep in mind that the things that are not seen are the ones that shape what is visible. Put your faith in the eyes of my Spirit, and He will reveal to you what lies in store for you the next day. It is time to fulfill your deepest, most heartfelt desires. Your life has entered a new day, and it is also a new season. Because I am with you and will never abandon or leave you, I encourage you to step into the newness and to let go of any thoughts that are associated with the past. In today's message, the Father says, I am the one who controls the processes of your life. While I am working in you, I am also walking that way. As I travel through your feet, I am looking through your eyes, working through your hands, and working through your hands. Rely on me to determine the outcome. Even while I appoint heaven with incredible abundance and beauty, I will continue to preserve my tenancy on the inside of you through the Holy Spirit. In you and through you, I am doing the work of beautifying myself. Put your faith in me for what is ahead. Even though you don't comprehend my approach to getting things done, you should have faith in it. It is time to stop praying about the process and begin praying for the outcome. What I do to get things done is entirely up to me, it is not up to you. The majority of the time, your prayers are ineffective because they represent how you believe I will act in a particular situation, rather than just trusting me to do what I have planned. You have been curious about all of the particulars, but I want you to forget about them and leave them to me, says the Father. It was completely unknown to Moses how I was going to transport him across the Red Sea. Elijah was really taken aback by the manner in which I helped him deliver his baby on multiple occasions. Despite the fact that Gideon had only 300 warriors under his command, he was utterly unaware of the strategy that I would use to vanquish the Midianites. When all they needed to do was leave the details to me, it would have been a waste of time for them to lie awake conspiring to ask me to do this and that. All they needed to do was forget about it. Put an end to praying about the manner in which you believe I will carry out the actions that I will carry out in your life. The vast majority of muttering and whining begins here. The Israelites perished in the wilderness because they were unable to take their eyes off the process and allow me to handle the implementation of the specifics. If you pray for the outcome, you will find that your serenity is increased, and you will be able to take pleasure in the journey rather than being tormented by concern and care that is not essential. I have this under control, says the Father. Relax and take pleasure in the journey. In this day and age, the Father affirms, I am putting an open door in front of you. Simply walking through it is all that is required of you at this point. Both the opportunities and the path that lies in front of you have been arranged and prepared by me with favor and blessing. Change is waiting to be initiated by the angel of change, who is currently present. When the time comes, you will be acutely aware of it. At the moment when I signal you from the depths of your spirit to be silent, you should open your mouth and utter what I want you to say. However, you should remain silent. The Father adds, I am not a silent partner as I am your partner in life and in business. I am your partner in both. During the process of coming down and pulling you out of the seas of hardship, I am the God who causes the mountains to bow down and melts the hills and mountains. I am with you. At all times, I am close by, as close as the breath that you take in yourself. Whenever you need me, I am right there by your side, encouraging and guiding you. You will have a breakthrough from me. Anointing for the breaker is currently available. In the present day, you can get it and activate it. Because neither today nor this season is a difficult day or time. Today is the day that I show you my authority in your life, which comes and activates via actions of trust that are both bold and yielding. When it comes to you, the Father responds, I am not holding out on you. In no way, shape, or form, and for no reason whatsoever, have I withheld your blessing. Rely on me and wait for me to come to you. Continue to pray and have faith in God even when you find yourself in a situation where you are not receiving blessings. According to the Father, the world that you spend your entire day in provides the setting for a war that will take place across the cosmos. The adversary's goal is to bring you down and take away your confidence. In order for you to be able to withstand the attacks of the evil one, I have supplied you with the protection and the weaponry of my Spirit. The Father says, today, I would like for you to lean heavily upon me and allow me to take the weight of the day and to bring you through this difficult season. I will make the rivers of live water that are located in your stomach come to life and wash you, as well as purify the path that separates us. Today, this 24-hour cycle was made by my hand in advance for your blessing. I am grateful to you. Keep an eye out for that blessing, and be assured that nothing will be able to keep you from receiving my grace. This day, the Father declares, I am your very own protection. The scenario you are in does not involve your safety. Having a job is not the source of your stability. The assistance that you require does not originate from the banker, the physician, or any other human instrument. I am the strength of your countenance and your lofty tower, and I will deliver you when all of these things fail you. I have placed you in the heavens, far above the din and despair of the difficulties you are experiencing in this day and age. You have been elevated to the position of principality in the earth, and I have granted you the ability to speak in my name. When you come before my throne, I will hear your petitions, and I will give my approval to the decrees that you make concerning the earth. The Father says that your words have been strong against me at times when you have spoken with anxiety in your mouth, but that you should allow them to be strong against those who are your adversaries. In the near future, there will be a shaking and an upheaval. On your behalf, I have ensured that there will be no loss. Have faith that I will deliver the result I promised. Be aware that my word will not deceive you, but it will fulfill its purpose to the destination it has been delivered. The Father replies, "Look to my hand and my strong right arm, and I will secure and make sure that your safety is guaranteed, even on this very day." The Father is saying to you today, do not accept any substitutes for the better and best that I have for you in your life. The realm that I rule over does not have any consolation awards. Because it never occurred to me that I would not be able to do what I set out to achieve, the Father adds, I do not have any backup plans for blessing you. Are there any challenges that I am unable to overcome? I am the Lord, your God. When you try to find a means to circumvent or find an alternative way to make my promise come true, you are inviting unneeded complications into your life. It is my desire for you to both receive and bestow blessings upon others. It is only through the tragedy of others that religious mentalities are able to define those who are blessed personally. The prayer of the hypocrite who did not return home vindicated is to pray like this. I have already asserted that I will bless whatever it is that you choose to do. Therefore, use discretion with regard to the activities and commitments that you choose to participate in. The destination of my blessing is determined by the attention and energies that you direct. It was Ishmael who was the outcome of Abram's failure to pass this test. Do you dream of having an Ishmael in your possession? Not in my opinion at all. Keep your patience and wait upon me, says the Father. I will bridge the gap between the promise and the blessing, and you will be able to exult in the fact that you did not have any unwarranted actions that made your life more difficult while you were waiting and maintaining your faith. As the Father says, have faith in me. Let me handle everything from here on out.